Member nations are increasing funding for Ukraine while allowing their weapons to be used in Russia. Threat upon threat. Politico reported on Putin throwing around vague threats of nuclear retaliation if NATO entered Ukraine in February 2024. There have also been threats levied at Finland and Sweden, NATO's newest members, all designed by Putin to showcase Russia's strength against the 32-country alliance. None of them have worked. As we said earlier, all Putin has achieved with the combination of the Ukraine war and his constant threats is a stronger NATO that is a greater challenge to him than it's ever been before. That leads us to a question: how did we get here? To answer that question, we first need to explore NATO's strength before Putin's fatal February 2022 decision to invade Ukraine. And the truth is that for over a decade before the invasion, warning bells were ringing, both inside and outside of NATO, that the organization wasn't where it needed to be. Take former Defense Secretary Robert Gates' comment about the organization in February 2010 as an example. He claimed that NATO was in a crisis of sorts, pointing to a weakness brought on by money shortages that was undermining NATO's viability and leaving it exposed to future threats. To Gates, NATO members spending less money than he believed they should was a symptom of deeper problems with the way NATO perceives threats. In other words, NATO wasn't taking global conflicts seriously enough. He cited the war in Afghanistan, which was ongoing at the time, as an example. Though Gates commended NATO for raising troop contributions from 30,000 in 2009 to 50,000 in 2010, calling this an extraordinary feat, he has also recognized the divisions within NATO made it difficult for all in the organization to align toward a single goal. The Netherlands provided a perfect example of this. Its coalition government of the time spent so much time bickering over the 2,000 troops it had sent to NATO to head to Afghanistan that it fell apart. Those troops would be withdrawn soon after. On a wider level, Gates believed that NATO's European members had leaned too far toward demilitarization, as he expressed when speaking to a National Defense University audience in 2010. The demilitarization of Europe, where large swathes of the general public and political class are averse to military